welcome back to the channel. We'll do a video today, not about ponds, but about a product called K Rend. You may have used it before, you may not have. Basically it's a silicone based render, which you can see behind me. Used it on my garden benches, a bit of a bar, sort of outdoor area and a barbecue area. So the render's been on for about two and a half years now. Must admit, when we first put it on, it looked lovely. Really pleased with it. Really easy to put on. Base coat, which is grey, fiberglass matting, and scratch that. And then there's one coat of the silicone K1, which is the white, or whatever colour you want. One of my main reasons why I do not recommend buying this or using this is it says it's water repellent. Repellent, if you look in the dictionary, basically means nothing can get in. On the website there's a picture of a water droplet on K Rend, and basically it repels it like it says. I'll show you in a minute what actually happens when this gets wet. When it does get wet, it looks awful, it goes really dull. In winter, that's why I wanted to do the videos today. So I cleaned these Thursday, Friday, and these aren't looking too bad at the moment. Normally they are like a light limey green colour. So the render goes lime green because of all the algae. Okay, so we're going to do a little test to show you how water repellent K1 render really is. So bear in mind, I'll put a little picture on the screen of how they advertise on the website, how it should be, and I'll show you expectations versus reality. That will stay damp literally the whole day. So I'll just do half of it and then you can see the difference. Okay, so left side wet, right side dry. Now that, like I said before, that would take all day in the sun to dry. And literally it's, what are we on now? So we're in the beginning of March, so that'll probably take 2 or 3 days for that to actually dry out. So if you imagine you've got a nice big white house or whatever colour you choose, and then it rains and it looks crap for days. Going back to normal render, that stays that colour when it rains. It's the same, doesn't change colour. I'm sorry, but that's just awful. Okay, normal render in the house, hose pipe, spray. Oh look, it stays white. Okay, so maintenance, this is off K Rend's website. So cleaning the render is generally advised after a few years. This will resharpen the aesthetic look and rejuvenate the finished facade by removing any organic growth, bird droppings and a film of weathering found on the surface. Okay, so just my house for example, so they expect you to clean your house every 2 years or so. So, you know, jet washing that's easy, it doesn't take me that long, which is why I wasn't too fussed about doing it. But didn't expect it to go as green as it does so quickly. But could you imagine trying to jet wash that? I mean, that's quite a small house really. You know, if it's scaffolding out, oh, it'd just be an absolute nightmare. And then if the neighbours didn't do it, I'd have one white house for a year, or not even a year, and then they'd have a greenhouse. Okay, it brings me on to the next problem. So algae. So they obviously know there's a problem with algae. To remove algae from affected substrates, use a biocide or algaecide, such as K Rend algae. This is available from any good general hardware or merchant suppliers. So after you've cleaned it, you're meant to put an algaecide on there, how much will that cost? And again, practicalities of it, it's just ridiculous. And then, so K Rend is supposed to be water repellent already, but you can actually add K Pro, which is a water-based protective treatment used to provide a long-term and enhanced water repellent properties. So once you've spent all the money on the water repellent K Rend, you've got to clean it, you've got to use an algicide, and then you've got to retreat it to stop it taking on water. Like I said before, that is your standard render with a decent paint. I've not had to touch it once. Honestly, if you're a tradesman or even just doing it yourself, if you watch this video, think massively twice about using this stuff. Honestly, I 100% regret using it, and I hate slagging, you know, anything off really, but it cost me quite a lot of money to do this. And then also, I thought I was doing the right thing by spending more money and getting a more superior product. In fact, it's going to cost me even more if I just went for usual standard render, and it would have looked, well, it would have been 100% better than what I've used today. Well,